welcome back to another episode of Movie Bar Movie Talks. This is season 2, episode 7. I'm pretty sure I've actually got it right for once. I never do that because you know me, I'm useless and very unorganized person. But anyway, today we're back. It's nearly been a good month since the last one. But I wanted to do another episode this month because we took a month off and I've really been wanting to get this guy back on the channel, and very kindly he asked me a month or so again, so if he could be on, and I was just gearing up to ask him myself, so it was a great coincidence actually. So it's really cool to have him back on, and here he comes, Mr. Bring Your Own Popcorn, Mr. Jack Logan. Hello.
How you doing, James? How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming back on, man. Like, honestly, like it was last year now, wasn't it? But it wasn't quite a year ago. But, last time I had you on, it was an absolute blast. So it's great to have you back on.
I'm pretty sure it was last September that I was on.
Nearly a year ago then. Nearly.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It really doesn't seem like it was that long ago. But
It doesn't. But yeah, I'm pretty sure September rings a bell with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was September.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, fair enough. It's great to have you back on, though, mate, because obviously, become very good friends, me and you, in the movie chats and stuff. So
yeah, definitely.
Always great to have you on. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh no, pleasure, mate. Absolute pleasure. We've got a few people here. We haven't got loads of comments yet, but we'll just go through the first couple. Sabane's Awesome Gaming is here. Hello, mate. And Mr. Alex Pitt on his new channel there.
Alex Pitt is there.
Looking great, like the profile picture with the chain, mate. Very cool, very swanky.
I'm liking your new videos, Alex. I've watched both of them. Pretty good. It's pretty nice to see you've switched your style up. It's quite cool.
Yeah. So the pizza scene in the first one made me laugh.
Oh yeah. Me too.
Winslow, hello mate. How are you doing? And I have a few bad movie review ideas for you. Ice Age 4, 5, or Cars 2 and 3. Yeah, just for me, because my bad movie review things, I have to feel really passionate about the property that makes a bad movie, whereas I don't know if I feel super passionate about Ice Age or Cars, if you know what I mean.
I would even say Cars 3 is a bad movie.
I'd say for me, I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. It's just very middle of the road.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'd say about a 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
into that area. But Cars 2 is pretty bad.
yeah, Cars 2 is bad. I agree that the 2 Ice Age films there are pretty bad as well, especially the 5th one. I thought that was really bad. But
yeah, Ice Age goes downhill massively after 3.
I agree, absolutely. Even though I grew up watching the original 3, I don't know if I feel that passionate about Ice Age to come on here and rip one of them.
Yeah. No, I totally get you. You have to feel hatred towards it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like doing them too often, the bad movie reviews. I don't want people to think that I just come on here and moan all the time. Because I do that a lot, but...
yeah.
This is probably my last bad movie talk until I go to the US. I don't know what that means.
US, I think he's saying.
Oh, the US. Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. Well, is that a holiday or are you moving there? Either way, have a good time.
Yeah, enjoy.
What other MUBI releases are you planning to pick up? Well, first, do you collect the MUBI?
I haven't. I've seen your video on it, and now I'm wanting to. Annette is a film that has been in my line of sight for ages, and I keep going into HMV, picking it up, and then seeing something I want slightly more and putting it back. So that's one that I'm going to pick up soon.
Yeah, it's a good one. That Annette I actually got on the cheap in there. I got it for I think I got it for 10 quid or something in HMV.
That's not bad at all.
That and Shiva Baby were on offer. And I did. People follow me on Instagram see this. I did already break and pick up The Worst Person in the World. So it's a new release.
One I want to see.
Yeah, I hear that one's really good, and I've got Under the Silver Lake. What one do I want to pick? I want to pick up. There's one called Limbo. Really want to pick that up because it looks very Wes Anderson-y. And then of course, what was it? There's a Drive My Car's coming out, so I'd like to pick that
Oh,
one up.
yeah, cool.
But I mean, if anyone has any suggestions, because that's how I found out about Under the Silver Lake, do let me know, because I'm always open to suggestions on them.
Yeah, I'll probably start collecting them, and then it'll be one of those where I'll not be able to stop.
Yeah.
It seems like one of those labels where you get hooked on one, and then you have to get the full range.
Yeah, and they look great on the shelf. And I've got to say, so far, I've seen Annette, Lamb, and Shiva Baby. And do you know what? I put The Worst Person in the World on last night, but I was playing my Switch.
Okay.
I didn't know it was a foreign film, to be honest. I only picked it up because I heard it was excellent. So I put it on, and then subtitles come up, and I'm like, oh, I want to play my game. So I'll watch this another night.
Is it in French?
I'm not even sure, to be honest. It was just, I literally got through like 2 bits of dialogue. And I know some people are probably sitting there behind their computer screens screaming at me right now. But I was just like, no, I wanted background movie, really. So,
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, no, I mean, so far though, the 3 films I have seen, as I say, Annette, Lamb, and Shiva Baby, have all been really great, really great.
Yeah, cool. It's definitely a line of Blu-rays that I'm going to need to look into and see if I can get some.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support. No problem, mate.
I'll tell you, Mr. Alex Pitt, I do not agree with your opinion on Elvis. That offended me.
I've got to say, I don't want to criticize Alex because I haven't seen Elvis yet, but everyone else seems to be enjoying it. I don't know.
2 stars.
Maybe I really like Elvis though, so I think either way I'm gonna like it. I'm a fan of the man and his music.
Me
and
too.
Mr. Tom Hanks, so I think I'm gonna like
it. It's really good. When are you going to see it?
I don't know. I've got tickets for Minions on Friday, so I'm seeing that Friday.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. I've got like a little WhatsApp chat with a few of my mates who have all got the unlimited card to cinema, and I've put in there about seeing it Thursday, but it depends if they're free. So
yeah,
maybe Thursday.
Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Rogue is here. Hello, mate. How many films did you see in the cinema in total from your first to recent? I mean, oh God, don't know.
Let's count. No.
I mean, I've got to be in triple figures now of movies I've seen in the cinema. I've got to be.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably me too. I don't see. There's loads of films that come out and I'm like, oh, I need to go see that in the cinema, and then I just never get down to it. I'm probably either the high double figures or low double figures.
I actually have a little book in my cupboard which I keep all my cinema tickets in. I've been keeping most of them since The Force Awakens. That was the one that started it. That was such a special film for me. I was like, I've got to keep a ticket. And ever since then, I've sort of got a scrapbook and I put all my tickets in it. And so I could count them eventually one day, I guess. But I mean, I don't know how many films I saw before The Force Awakens because I was watching films before then.
Yeah. Do you remember your first film in the cinema?
I believe mine was Finding Nemo. I believe.
Okay.
I don't think my parents took me to Attack of the Clones. I know they took me to Revenge, but that was after Nemo, I believe.
Yeah, because I remember the one that really vividly stands out was the 10th anniversary screening of Phantom Menace.
Oh, right, yeah.
I went to see that. It was in 3D. So
yeah.
I went to see that in 2009, and that seems like the first kind of vivid memory of the cinema I've got.
Yeah, I mean, I still one day hope to see all the original 6 Star Wars films in the cinema with my eyes.
That'd be awesome.
At the minute, I've only seen Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back. So, yeah. Recently watched Love and Mercy, the Brian Wilson Beach Boys biopic, and was great. Paul Dino was fantastic. Highly recommended. Yeah, Ryan keeps recommending me this one as well. I really like the Beach Boys, so
I'm sure he put it in the group chat saying that he recommends it because I was asking about biopics because I came out of Elvis hungry for more biopics. Like I needed more musician biopics, and he recommended that one, so it's on the list.
Yeah, it's a good one. Well, I've heard it's a very good one from everyone, to be honest. And you know, Brian Wilson's story is really interesting. I used to back when I was doing a lot more music stuff. I watched a few documentaries around Brian Wilson, around that Pet Sounds era of Beach Boys. But yeah, no, it's an interesting one for me. One which not many people talk about, which I always like recommending, is Nowhere Boy. And this is starring
the John Lennon one.
Yeah, this is what's the guy's name? The guy who played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron plays Lennon.
Okay.
Cool. Basically about how messed up his childhood was. And it's before he got famous. So it's a really interesting story. It sort of ends right before he went off to Hamburg with what was the Beatles then, because it was before Ringo. And basically before it all sort of kicked off for him. And it's a very interesting story. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'll need to check that one out.
Alex said bad movie review for Elvis.
It's not bad, Alex. You're kidding yourself here.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to comment 'cause I haven't seen Elvis yet, but I've only heard good things other than you, Mr. Pitt.
Yeah, it is. I will say, and I'm not spoiling anything here, but the first like half an hour is like a shock to the senses because it jumps about so much. Like he's a kid, he's old, he's young. Like it jumps about so much, and I was like, I don't know if I'll like this. But the film like seems to sort itself out a bit, and then it's like really good.
Yeah, I have heard that. To be fair, I've heard it is a bit of a messy start, but either way, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I'm really hoping I can get to the cinema this week to see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really good.
I have had someone pointing this out to me before, and I keep forgetting. You don't say MUBI on the label. You say Mubi.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
MUBI.
They should have spelled it like that for people like me.
Yeah, and people like me, because I've always said MUBI when I've been talking about it.
Alex says the worst person in the world is amazing. Yeah, I was going to watch it tonight, to be fair, because tonight I did want to sit down and just watch a movie. But I got to get up at 5 a.m. So I will not be watching it tonight.
No. Get an early bed.
Yeah, but hopefully tomorrow or something, because really, I want to stay like I do with Criterion, but I'm about 3 films behind in my Criterion collection. I want to try and stay up to date, say I can watch everything in the Mubi range.
Yeah.
I'm currently on a 3-day holiday in Gloucestershire at the moment. Went to the HMV. It was the smallest HMV I've ever been in. Oh, fair enough. I mean, yeah, I suffer. My HMV is quite small compared to a lot of others I go into.
Mine's is quite small. There's been loads of. I sometimes, like when I was going to college, I'd just go to the one in Glasgow because it was so much bigger. Like there was actually like 2 floors to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the one in the closest town to me is quite small, and it's normally not get the things I go in for. I'm like, film in mind, I go in, it's just not there.
Yeah, I've had that loads of times in mine where I go in specifically after something and it's not there. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because everywhere I go, the HMVs are better. The ones in Birmingham are great. The one that I went to in, where was it? Where did I go? Cardiff. The Cardiff one was really good. So yeah, it seems, don't know. It's a shame that I'm not near a better one, but hey ho, is what it is. And Jordan, our Canadian friend, is here. Hello, Jordan.
I always forget what time it is for him, and I'm like, should you be in bed?
I don't know how many hours behind he is than us, because I know that like America, it's between 5 and 9 hours, isn't it, or is it 5 and 12?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I'm guessing Canada's not, or Canada, sorry, it's not too different. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Movie Bug, what's a really underrated movie in your opinion? Oh, God, these questions always put me on the spot.
Yeah, me too.
I think I know what one you'll say.
Oh, yeah, Local Hero.
It's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah, Local Hero, here you go.
Oh, do you know what? I really struggle because I always have to look around my room for motivation, and later I'll be watching the stream back or something, and I'll think of something better.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I suck at these questions.
Yeah,
Maybe the Cannonball Run one that just popped out of me. I don't hear people talk about that film much, and
yeah.
I've just seen in the comments Mr. Alex Pitt has put 50 Shades, and I'm about to boot this kid, to be honest. He's been slagging off Elvis, and now it's 50 Shades.
Yeah. Who likes 50 Shades better than Elvis? Come on,
Yeah.
Alex.
Dear. Where are we at? What's Possible in the World is a Norwegian movie. So, yeah. As I literally heard 2 bits of dialogue, realised it weren't in English. I was halfway through playing a game on my Switch, and I was like, I'm going to turn this off because I obviously can't watch it.
yeah, that's fair.
This is interesting. So me and my family are watching the new Man vs. Bee on Netflix, and it's so funny. I really don't know whether I can be bothered to watch this or not.
Good.
I don't know.
It's good.
Is it good? Is it good?
It's good.
Okay.
Yes. Do you like Mr. Bean?
I do like Mr. Bean, yeah, because I know it's Ron Atkins.
Yeah, it's just this, isn't it? Him doing more Mr. Bean stuff. Like, it's literally just another Mr. Bean.
To be fair, you've sold it to me a little bit there. I finished the new season of Umbrella Academy today, so I will be starting a new show this week.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, it's 9 episodes and they're 10 minutes each. So it's not even a massive. We got it done in a day. Like me, mum, and my dad finished it in a day.
Yeah, that sounds easily doable.
Yeah,
I'm just so curious as to how it's going to look, or like what the actual story is going to be. I'm just.
Yeah, it's a strange one because I was like, I don't. How are they going to make me like a show just about a man chasing about a bee for 9 episodes? But the fact that they're only like 10 minutes each really helps it. It keeps it moving quickly, keeps the pace well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, you've sort of sold it to me a bit there. To be fair, I think I might check that one out.
it was good. It wasn't anything like special, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No. You sort of know what to expect when you see something titled Man vs. Bee. To be honest.
Yeah.
Regarding the Mubi releases, have you thought about subscribing to the Mubi streaming service? Would be a good way of watching the films on streaming first and then buying the physical copy. I haven't. I didn't even know they'd done a streaming one, because don't Criterion do a streaming service as well?
They do, yeah.
But
yeah, I never knew they did a streaming service. That's interesting.
No. But at the minute, Mubi, again, I'm very new to them. I'm not an expert in by any means here. But it doesn't seem like they've got loads of movies at the minute, maybe 20 to 30.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. Whereas Criterion's got over 1,000. So
I think it's a fairly new kind of range. It's not been going very long.
No. I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, as I say, I'm still very new to it, so I'll look into it.
Yeah.
The Movie Cheer podcast. Evening, gents. What's your favourite Stallone movie?
Ooh, that is a difficult question.
I mean, I'm just gonna go with the obvious one. I think I'm just gonna go with Rocky.
Right. I'm going to go with Rocky Balboa.
Oh, okay. Do you know what? I think that's my 3rd favourite Rocky film. So that's not a bad pick.
It's my favourite Rocky film. Just below the original. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with that. I'm actually. Why am I struggling to think of Stallone films out with Rocky right now?
Weird. One of the first ones that come to my head was Guardians 2, and it's like, I can't say that. No, I can't say that. We did it for like 2 seconds. We got the first Rambo's great.
Oh yeah.
What else have I seen with him in?
I don't mind the first Expendables. That's okay.
Yeah, I think the second one's all right as well.
I've not seen 2 or 3. I've only seen 1.
Yeah, three's pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's the only one I don't own. I own the first two, and I've heard three's garbage.
I've just thought of his best film. It's Spy Kids 3. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I watched Spy Kids 3 very recently.
Do you know what? It absolutely kills me, that movie. What is it? He plays like 4 different characters, don't he?
Yeah, the toy maker. Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. When I was a kid, it just never clocked to me that like that's a famous actor. I'm just like, yep, that's the character. And then I got older, and it all of a sudden clocked one down. Like, oh my god!
It's got a massive cast, that film.
Yeah. Was it Antonio Banderas? When all of a sudden it's like he's studying the brain, and he has that epic moment where he throws it across the table.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, George Clooney's in it, is he not?
Yeah, he's the president, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think.
Such a big cast for such a film.
I keep saying Ryan and Lou. It's very rare I have just them two round now for drinks, but like, cause we used to do it in lockdown and watch a lot of bad movies and have a few drinks. That would have been such a perfect movie to have a few drinks with.
Basically, my friends do that sometimes. We just put a bad film on.
Yeah.
And I saw the DVD on eBay, and it was the one that comes with the 3D glasses. And I was like, I love that.
It was Spy Kids 3D, wasn't it?
Yeah. So me and my mate Josh watched it with 3D glasses on, and we all had like piercing headaches by the end of it.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Because all you could see was like red and blue. It was
yeah. Jeez. Oh dear. I miss films like that. I do.
Yeah.
Where are we at? I know I'm in the minority. I thought the first 2 hours of Elvis were extremely boring. The acting was fantastic, though. I've put it one spot above Morbius on my 2022. Well, at least it couldn't be. I haven't seen it, but I know it can't be below Morbius.
Even putting Elvis and Morbius in the same ballpark is a crime, Alex.
Yeah,
I've never hated a film more coming out of the cinema than when I came out of Morbius. I think my Letterboxd review was just fuck this movie. I think that's all I wrote for it, because I was like, I'm not writing a full review for this.
Morbius. Have you heard the story about me going to see Morbius?
I haven't.
So there's 5 of us in my group chat. We went to see a movie the weekend before. I think it was the Nicolas Cage film that came out. And Ryan from the podcast, he dropped out, and we were slating him for it. He was slating him. He's like, oh, he's dropped out last minute. We're all going by the cinema now, 4 of us, and he's dropped out. Operation Mincemeat was at the time, so we sort of said, why don't we book Operation Mincemeat? We knew he was free on this particular day, so we booked him a seat. We'll tell him it's Operation Mincemeat, but we'll actually book Morbius because he really didn't want to see it. So we turn up at the cinema. I print him his ticket, says Morbius on it. He hasn't realised. Got popcorn, got drink, blah, blah, blah. Up the front, going in, and the guy reads out the ticket, goes, right, you're in screen, blah, 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 seat, blah, 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 for Morbius. And at that point, Ryan's jaws dropped, so we're all pissing ourselves.
I went with...
the joke really backfired because we then had to sit through the movie.
I went with 2 mates, and we went for quite a late showing of it. And we drove there with my mate who could drive it, and then we drove there and we were talking in the car. We're like, it can't be that bad. No, like it's getting slated. It can't be that. We know it's going to be bad going in, so maybe we'll like it more. Got in, and then we all like looked at each other and we were like, what the fuck was that?
It was bad. But I've got to say, I will not pick it up. I will not have it in my collection. But the 4K cover is so nice. It's one of the nicest covers Sony's ever done.
Crazy.
I was like, what the hell?
I don't know what your cinema reaction, like, the audience was like, but ours booed at the end of it.
Really?
After the last post-credit scene, because then it goes through all the titles, and then we're thinking we're going to get one more thing at the end, and there was nothing, and the place just erupted, and boo!
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think we had ours was really. We went though like a month after it come out. We left it quite late, so I think there
Okay.
was only like 3 other people in ours.
Yeah, I think I went
Um,
opening week, so yeah,
yeah,
quite busy.
I was on holiday. I was in bloody Benidorm when it came out. That's where I was, and it took us like 3 weeks to actually get round to watching the movie. So, but we got there eventually, and what a movie! So,
Yeah.
Will Wood says Finding Nemo, even literally incredible. Yes, fantastic movie. And speaking of Ryan, he is here. Love and Mercy is so good.
Hi, Ryan.
Yeah, hello, mate. Hope you enjoyed your holiday. But yeah, I need to watch Love and Mercy. Is it on? Do you know if it's on like Netflix or anything?
I don't. I've not heard of it, if I'm honest.
No, that's the Beach Boys Brian Wilson one.
Oh yeah. Okay, right, got you.
No, and as I say, I really need to watch that because I'm guessing most of it's set in like the late '60s, and I love that era. Well, it's really the only good era of Beach Boys, but I love that stuff.
Yeah.
After that, the man had a mental breakdown. They vanished off the face of the planet. I generally dislike biopics, especially music ones. That's a shame. I've enjoyed most of them. I think I can't think of one I've disliked, to be honest.
They get a lot of hate, but I can't think of one that I was like, that was a bad film.
No, neither can I. I mean, I've got like Walk the Line, Rocket Man, Bohemian Rhapsody, Nowhere Boy. Got a handful behind me just there.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed them all. I thought Bohemian Rhapsody got a bit overblown, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody was one of those films where on rewatch it went down in my estimates. I do think, I don't know if you've heard the story about how it was Sacha Baron Cohen who was meant to play Freddy. And
I do remember
a real gritty R-rated Bohemian Rhapsody film, and I would have honestly much preferred that to what we got.
I'm not a huge fan on Brian May, to be honest. And I can imagine him sitting there in the studio going, "No, we need to make Freddie look like the lovable guy that he was on stage and stuff." Blah blah blah. And it's like, well, no, hang on. All these rock stars had very dark sides to them. I think it was not a pleasant time for these musicians to be famous. They were surrounded by so much money, so many bad, influential people, and drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like he wasn't like a perfect human being.
Yeah, I think one of the best biopics to capture that was Walk the Line for me.
Yes.
Dick in that film.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
His wife, he does drugs like he's an arsehole. Yeah. But
I know. Yeah. I genuinely believe, all those musicians from that period of time are all got up some naughty stuff.
Even like Rockman.
Yeah, like Elton gets up some really dodgy stuff in that movie, and it's like the Nowhere Boy one. You see Lennon being a bit out of order at times as well. Yeah, it's what happens with these rock stars back then.
Yeah, it was almost. I think Bohemian Rhapsody was almost too glamorized.
Yeah,
it was like the nicest way they could do the story, whereas they should have been a bit more realistic with it.
Yeah. Although I would say the Live Aid performance they done at the end was stellar.
Oh,
that bit in the movie was awesome. I think they aced that.
Yeah.
Me and my friend are rewatching the Lego Movie 2 a few days ago, revisit some memories when we saw it in the cinema 3 years ago. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the second Lego Movie.
I've only seen the first one and the Batman one.
No, they're the good two.
Yeah.
They're into a class.
I think I own the other two, the Ninjago one and the
second,
but I've not seen them yet.
Do you know what? I honestly think I even preferred Ninjago to the Lego Movie 2. It's just, I remember walking out the cinema after the Lego Movie 2 feeling so bored. And it's like all the directions they could have gone with the story. It just really didn't work for me. I don't know what it was. It's like there's so much opportunity because they have access to so many IPs and stuff. And it's like, it just feels like nothing happened with that one.
Yeah. I love the first Lego Movie. I think it's a fantastic film.
Yeah.
It's actually one of those things where I actually would have preferred it to just be left on its own.
Yeah.
But Hollywood, of course, they're going to do a sequel if it gets money.
Yeah. Although I've got to say, I love the Batman spin-off one. I thought that was
Batman one was pretty good, yeah.
That was really good. I remember going to see that in the cinema with my friend Robert, and we absolutely pissed ourselves like the whole movie.
Yeah, that's a good film, to be fair.
Yeah. Would lemon Fanta? I am drinking lemon Fanta in a Bowman's glass. Which I might have nicked from the pub one night.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Gotta do it. My local Tesco's has stopped selling DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4K. So has mine. Mine only has a few games, and that's it.
I think mine still has, my Tesco anyway still has some DVDs, but they've stopped doing Blu-rays and 4Ks. They're just like gone. It's just it's just DVDs really now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can't even remember the last time I bought like anything physical media related in my Tesco's. I buy, I'd say about 50% of my stuff on Amazon, and the other 50 is when I go to my HMV and there's a CEX like 3 minutes away. So it's always that.
I'll tell you, I went into my Asda, my local Asda recently, and I was shocked to find Licorice Pizza on Blu-ray just sitting there, and I was like,
right.
I'll have that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't have an Asda near me, and it's so frustrating because they actually have like a music section, don't they, in Asda, where they do vinyl?
Yeah, they do.
And they have access to Disney Plus stuff, and they do like limited edition vinyls. And because I'll show you, I walked in there, but this must be about 2 years ago now, and I found a Mandalorian soundtrack, and then cool. I missed it, but they'd done a season 2 one. I had to buy it on eBay for a CD. Actually, it come from America. This one come from Walmart.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, Walmart. Yeah, because the ones in the UK, no one was selling them. But I know they've done a WandaVision one as well, and I tell you, I cannot find it.
I was going to say a WandaVision one would be neat.
Yeah, that's. I think they're the only ones they've done so far, but it's so annoying. Because like every time I see it, like the nearest Asda to me, I swear to God, it's like a half-hour drive away, and it's like I'm not driving.
Asda's the nearest supermarket to me.
Oh really? I have like 5 Tesco's I can get to in about 10 minutes in different directions, but no Asda's.
we've got like a Co-op and like a Lidl and stuff near me, but like supermarket, it's the closest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I know it's so frustrating because like I don't go to Tesco's physical media anyway, but it's just frustrating because I see these really nice, the really nice music ones. I wouldn't really buy any others because I know they do other limited music stuff in there, but I see the Star Wars ones and the WandaVision one. I'm like, oh god, it's like I'm gonna have to end up paying silly money for these online. But
yeah.
We start messaging in the group chat at 8 a.m. and Jordan is just going to bed. Yeah. I've actually had this a few times in our little messenger chat, Alex, where like I've started texting when I'm driving into London, or not. I'm not driving, I'm passengering into London at like 5:30, 6 in the morning, and Jordan's there ready for a full conversation.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then there's Alex with 50 Shades is underrated. And John Carter is an underrated one for me. Oh, I know. John Carter is an underrated movie. I know this. This is that Disney movie, isn't it? Where he goes to Mars. Yeah, I've seen this. Because the effects I thought were actually okay in that movie when I saw them when it came out.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago.
Wasn't it once upon a time like one of the most expensive movies ever, like in 2013 or 14?
Probably. Yeah, because I think it was a massive flop. Like it got none of its money back.
Yeah, because didn't Willem Dafoe voice the main alien in it?
I think so, actually. Yeah, I might have to Google the film now.
Yeah.
Make sure it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I think it is. I didn't hate that movie. I really didn't. I know some people do, but what do you guys think of the upcoming Bowie biopic documentary? Not sure what it's going to be. To be honest, for me it's Bowie, so I'm interested because I love Bowie. He's like my second or third favorite artist ever. But I haven't seen any trailers or nothing for it, so I couldn't really tell you much about it.
There was a trailer for it in our cinema before Elvis, and it looked good. It's a documentary. It's not like a guy playing him. It's like a full-on documentary, but it looks good. Looks interesting.
Well, now they've done a biopic movie. I think it came out last year, or it might not even be out yet. I don't know, but they didn't have the rights to any Bowie songs.
Yeah,
it's like
I heard about that.
It's so strange. Like, why bother? Why bother making a biopic about someone whose music you can't have?
I know.
Thoughts on the Boys Hero Chasm episode? Are you watching the Boys?
I'm gonna have to skip this one. I haven't seen the Boys. No.
Oh, okay. Well, the Boys is great for a start, and I'd highly recommend watching it. It's a fantastic show.
It's on my list. I'm not good with TV at all. I'm much better with films. It takes me a while to watch a show.
Oh, that's fair. I sort of fall into it's weekly, The Boys, but I end up falling into a hole of binging stuff. Like today, I was mostly sat in front of my computer at work, so I ended up doing three or four episodes of Umbrella Academy.
Well, my uncle is an optician, and he's told me he sometimes just sits on Netflix because if nobody comes in, and he watches everything on Netflix. And it's crazy.
Yeah, it's so easy. Like if I'm just sitting there doing nothing, it is easy. Just you put it on, you just leave it on, sort of thing.
It was is it Bates Motel, the one about Psycho?
Yes. Yeah, Norman Bates and stuff. Yeah.
He told me one day, he was like, I've just started Bates Motel. I'm on the first series, really good. Yeah. And then a few days later, and I said, how's Bates Motel doing? And he said, I'm done that now. Yeah. And I was like, that's literally 2 days.
So my friend Luke, he does that as well. I remember it must have been lockdown time or something, but it was like he was still working from home, so he had to actually still do work. And I remember him going, I'm rewatching Doctor Who from the start. I was like, oh, okay, like Chris Eccleston. And then all of a sudden, like a week later, he's like, oh, I'm just starting Capaldi. I'm like, how have you done that so quick?
It's crazy.
I speak a decent amount of Norwegian. I started learning in January. It's a really easy language to pick up. Well, I'm going to be honest. I am useless with other languages. I won't be learning any because I'm a lazy human being.
Me too.
But well done for you, sir. Well done to you. I don't think of Bowie for his music. I think of him as Goblin King and Labyrinth. Oh, no. I've got to disagree there, Alex. I know he was a good actor, but he's a musician. He is one of the best musicians that's ever lived.
Yeah, I like a bit. I'm not like a massive fan, but I like a bit of Bowie now and then. He's good.
Yeah, I remember being heartbroken when he died. Funny enough, I bought his new album because his new album came out 2 days before he died. And I didn't buy it on release date. I don't know why. And all of a sudden I just went like, oh shit, I better buy that. It's Bowie. I woke up the next morning, all over the news he's died. And then I just get a message from Amazon like, yeah, we're not going to be able to get your record to you for like 3 weeks because everyone's gone potty over it.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
The movie streaming service is great. Loads of great films on there, including new releases. The Worst Person in the World. Fair enough. Yeah, I will look into it. I definitely will look into it.
It depends how much it is per month. Like if it's a decent price, then sure. But I'm not paying another £10 a month for a streaming service. I'll watch a couple of films on.
Yeah, I already subscribed to Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, Now TV. God, what other ones are there? Oh, I mean, me and Ryan have done this deal where I pay for Now TV and he has access to it. He's paying for Apple Plus and I have access to it. So I've got Apple Plus as well. I've got all the big ones, but
yeah,
all adds up. Have you seen Children of Men? This really rings a bell. Have I seen this movie? Have you seen it?
It rings a bell with me as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out if it's a Criterion or something. Is it? I think I'm thinking of Children of Corn. I've seen that film about. Children of Men. You watch. I've seen it, and it's behind me on the shelf here.
I don't think I've seen it. It's not.
No. I haven't seen this one.
It's the same director of Gravity.
Oh, okay.
That's Alfonso Cuarón, I think you say his name. I don't know how
Yeah. Good cast. It's got 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.9 on IMDb. So I trust that it's a good film as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Someone said it's an Arrow release. So,
okay.
Arrow Video. Must have seen someone on YouTube show it off, because I know maybe like Jamie Powell, he does a lot of the Arrows.
Yeah, maybe.
Not every film on the Mubi streaming service is released physically, digitally. Check it out. I recently got 4 months for £4. Wow. Okay. Well, do you know what? For that price, then yeah, maybe I will look into it.
That's what I'm thinking.
It to be more. I don't know about you. I was thinking it was going to be like 10 to 15 or something.
Yeah, me too.
Can't believe the Expendables 4 is finally coming in a few months. Yeah, after the third one, honestly, mate, I could do without a fourth one. I don't need that.
I didn't even know there was an Expendables 4 in the works.
Yeah, I know that, well, Megan Fox is in it, which should tell you everything you need to know about it. But I don't think Arnie's in it. And like Arnie had all the best, like in the second one, I know you ain't seen it, but there's like it gets so cheesy, the second one. I love it. Like there's a bit like where he's like, him and Chuck Norris are hid behind something. He's like, I'll be back. And then, is it Chuck Norris or is it Bruce Willis? One of those two. One was like, no, you've been back enough times, mate. I'll deal with this. I like all that stuff, but I just feel like they've lost all of the big cheesy actors like that now.
Yeah. Is Stallone in it?
Stallone's like the only one, because Bruce Willis is gone. I don't think Arnie or Harrison Ford are going to be in this one. So, yeah, Chuck Norris was only in the second one. So, I think they've lost all the big names now other than Stallone, really.
Yeah.
My mum bought a Spy Kids 3 for an Xmas present. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I remember having the first two on VHS. And I can't remember how I used to watch the third one, but I had access to it when I was younger.
I'm pretty sure I had them all on DVD when I was younger as well.
Yeah. I still remember having the big box for Spy Kids 2, the VHS, and just being like obsessed with the cover because of all the creatures on it.
Spy Kids 2 I'd actually defend. It's actually a pretty decent film.
Yeah, I think both the first two are okay. You know, you got to take them for what they are, but I think they're good fun.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Stallone in Guardians 3. Actually, it's probably Rocky or... Oh, right, okay. Guardians Volume 3. So you're predicting, Jordan, already that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be his best film already? Because I do believe he is coming back for it.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Which is very cool. I always forget that Stallone's part of the MCU. I don't know how that happened, but it did.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you've always wanted to do besides film stuff?
That's a difficult question.
I don't know. I want really. For me, like my dream job has always been like doing like podcasting or interviewing, but then I'd like to interview movie stars, not like sports stars. So I guess that comes.
Yeah. Everything I kind of want to do is like film related. So that's a difficult question.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that one really.
yeah, I'm going to say the same. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't answer that.
James says he won't have Morbius in his collection. Alex says he knows what to send him a subscriber mail. Scan in the hallway, mate. I'll tell you, I will keep it subscribe mail, but scan in the hallway. I've even got rid of Venom now. Got rid of that. I was like, nope. Done with these Sony films. Fuck them.
If it sends it as subscriber mail, James, that means you have to rewatch it.
God, I'll have to get very pissed.
Yeah. I've actually spoke about watching it with my mates when we've got a few drinks in us.
Do you know what? I reckon Venom 2 would be better to watch with a few drinks because Venom 2, it's also terrible in my opinion, but it's kind of funny. Like there are bits in it that make me laugh because of how bad it is. I think Morbius is boringly bad, whereas Venom 2's funny bad.
Does Venom not go to a rave in that?
Yeah.
Film? Yeah, and he's got like glow sticks around his neck.
It's his voice as well. It makes it like Eddie.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's a pretty dumb film.
Yeah. And John says to get me the extended cut. Is there an extended cut? I hope not.
Yeah, I don't want more of Morbius. No thanks.
It's morphin' time. Love and Monsters is on the BBC iPlayer.
Cool.
So nice. I do you know what? I'm gonna make it a point to try and check that one out next month at some point.
Yeah, me too. Especially with me like riding a high on Elvis and stuff and biopics.
Yeah. Absolutely. Can't wait for the eventual third Top Gun movie in the future. Doesn't need to happen as Maverick was such a success. Now, I've heard Tom Cruise has come out and said that he won't do a third one. I don't know.
Yeah, this was that too.
Yeah, this was before it made $1 billion.
Yeah, that is true. I don't actually know if he was expecting it to get the success that it got.
I weren't. I thought we'd do well. I thought we'd do 500 to 600 was my prediction.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? This isn't I mean, it is a little bit of a dig at superhero films, but it's so refreshing to see a film hit $1 billion that isn't a superhero movie.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing.
Exactly. I'm not hating on superhero films here, but even seeing a film where hardly any CGI was used, accomplish what they accomplished in like top 50 highest grossing is great.
I feel like I'll give Endgame a pass because it was like the conclusion to everything, but I feel like this is the most deserving film since Endgame to hit $1 billion, in my opinion.
Yeah, I probably agree with that.
Yeah. Evening, lads. Any plans to watch Minions: Rise of Gru? Yeah, I got my ticket for Friday.
Yeah, I'll probably go see it as well. Let's be honest. I watched a little because I went to see Top Gun Maverick for my third time in 4DX, where like the seats move.
Oh right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome, by the way. But they showed Minion a trailer for Minions, and I don't know if you've seen it, the one where they're on the airplane.
That's the best one. That sort of sold me on the movie.
And they synced the chairs up with that trailer as well.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So I'm going to go see Minions.
I watched it with Ryan, and it was so amazing how chaotic that got. But have you seen they recreated the Office intro for Minions?
I watched that literally this morning, yeah.
It is like the best advertising I've ever seen for a movie.
Yeah. Especially because it's Steve Carell, and then he also voices Gru. It's just great.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan on the first Minions film, but I can't lie, they make me laugh, and I'm a little bit excited to see it.
Me too, actually, yeah.
Yeah, Minions 2 looks good. I don't care. Yeah, to be honest, it does look good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I wasn't a massive fan of the first one either, but
no,
you never know.
Yeah, they are what they are. You know, you got to take them for what they are.
Yeah, even I like the first 2 Despicable Me films, and I wasn't a big fan of 3.
Mm-hmm. I actually haven't seen the third one. That's the one where he's got like a brother or something, isn't it?
Yeah, voiced by one of the guys out of South Park.
Oh right.
Voice for him. Yeah, I saw that in cinema. It wasn't great.
Yeah, I should watch the third one so I can say I've seen them all. But yeah, I'm guessing it's on Netflix. It seems like the place where that movie would belong.
Probably. Actually, I think I've seen it on Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
There we go. I've got an Asda and a Tesco's about a 10-minute walk from my house, but unfortunately in 2 different directions. Fair enough. Well, hey, I suppose at least you got one of each.
Yeah.
I like the Minions movie. I've warmed to it over the years. I hated it when I first saw it.
Yeah.
But I think I've got a couple friends who really switch off, one of them being Ryan, and they adore it. And I think they've made me warm to it, I must admit.
I have to admit, I've only seen it once, and that was when it came out. So maybe I need to give it another go. Who knows? I might love it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could rewatch it Thursday night, I guess, before the new one. I just remember really liking the opening bit where you see them killing all their masters. I thought that was really good.
Yeah. That was pretty funny. Because do they not have? Is Dracula not one of their masters?
Yeah, they do Dracula and they do a T-Rex. Something else they do, like a Viking or something, some big muscly guy.
Yeah.
But they just kill them in the most stupid ways. I love it. It did make me laugh.
Yeah.
Children of Men is a great film. There's an arrow release of it. There we go. Oh yeah, and these are the 2 comments I saw about it. I might keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah, I might need to pick it up.
Winslow says Mubi is $9.99 a month. They do great offers. And then so £4 for 4 months was a great deal. Yeah, that's the one I'll be looking out for.
Yeah, definitely a great deal.
Stallone said his last Expendable. This is his last Expendable films. There will be more, but there will be more. But Jason Statham is taking over as the lead. Okay, I like Jason Statham, but I actually really like Jason Statham. I am quite a fan of his. But I feel like he's not in that classic range like Stallone.
Yeah.
They got someone like Bruce Willis back.
Yeah, I feel like the first Expendables film was, like, the whole idea of it was to have these, like, epic 80s action heroes together in one film.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Statham isn't that.
No. I love him. He fits in with them. But I don't think he should be leading.
No. I agree.
I think if Bruce Willis had stuck around, he would have been a good one to take over. But does that mean, do you reckon Stallone's going to die in this one then?
That's very possible, yeah.
Just looked on eBay and saw that WandaVision vinyl for £46. Is that a fair price? No. No. Don't say that.
It's a little bit steep.
Yeah, you get, because I remember, because obviously this one here I actually did get in Asda by luck. I was just walking in there and I saw it, and it was like £15. And this one, which I imported from America, I imported when it came out. This is the season 2 Mando one, which is coming out really dark, but it's awesome. It's like Mando standing with Boba, and they look badass.
Yeah.
That I think even with like postage costs like 30. I wouldn't pay 46. That's ridiculous.
No, it's a bit steep.
Plus, Mondo are slowly releasing every Marvel soundtrack. Like, funny enough, I actually got the latest one today. I got my Shang-Chi one.
Oh, that's cool.
And the vinyl's beautiful as well. They do the best artwork, and they do all the music. Like WandaVision, the one that's come out in Asda is like one vinyl. That's not all the music. Mondo do like 2-3 vinyls where you'll get all of it. So
yeah, I recently got the Last Night in Soho Mondo.
I saw that. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it was lovely.
They do the best pressings. I've got the Batman and Rogue One on pre-order as well. The Rogue One, like a 5 LP box set, huge.
Yeah.
Stallone as King Shark was amazing. Yeah, I forget he's in that, to be honest.
Yeah, that was the Suicide Squad, wasn't it? Yeah, I've not seen it. I'm working through the DC films now. The last one I watched was Birds of Prey. So I'm almost there.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad's my favorite of the connected DC films.
Yeah.
So, I think you're in for a treat with that one. That's a really good one.
My favorite so far would be Wonder Woman. I really dug that film. That was good.
Yeah, the first one's good. Oh God, you've got the second one up next, then, right?
Yeah, that's next. Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Alex is not a fan of that film. I'm pretty sure he's told me that it's good.
I think it's dog shit.
Okay.
Like, genuinely, I've already reviewed it I reviewed it when it came out. If I was reviewing it today, 100% be a bad movie review.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's. It's funny. I watched it when it came out, and I remember texting Ryan halfway through because we were watching it at the same time, because obviously it didn't get a cinema release here. I think it did, but like a few weeks late. So I texted him halfway through, and I was like, Ryan, you're watching Wonder Woman, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, it's kind of bad, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it is. I was like, what's happening? I thought this was going to be good. And then I watched it again when I got the 4K, and it just got worse. So yeah.
Okay, we will see how my opinion is of it. I'm sure I'll message you.
I hope you like it more than me, but I think it's a terrible movie.
Worst DCEU film, or
no? I think that still has to be the Suicide Squad. I think, or if you count Josh Whedon's Justice League, that one. So.
Oh yeah, that's my least favorite so far.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
So I'd say the Josh Whedon one. Then I don't know. Honestly, I think the Wonder Woman may be technically a little bit better than the first Suicide Squad film, but I'd rather put the first Suicide Squad film on because it's more fun.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. There's some terrible films there. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Top 3 foreign directors.
Oh, that's a difficult question.
I mean, Bong Joon-ho straight away for me.
Yeah, Bong Joon-ho, number 1.
And I want to say, is it Travosky, the guy who done Stalker and Mirror? Yeah, Tarkovsky.
Okay.
I want to say him as well because he's really unique. Sorry, people. I keep getting these spammers pop up. It's like the same one. I keep meaning to make moderators and I forget. And who would I do as a third one? I mean, I've only seen I've seen 2 of his movies. Well, technically, he didn't even do the second one. But it's my favourite foreign film, so I'm just going to say the guy who done Battle Royale because it's my favourite foreign film.
Yeah. I'd go Bong Joon-ho. He's fantastic. Is it Guillermo del Toro?
Yep, he's great.
He's good. And then I can't think of a third one off the top of my head.
No, I must admit I struggled with the third. I feel like the last few years I've got a lot better at watching foreign films, but not like director.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bong Joon-ho I think he's an easy pick, but he's the obvious one as well.
Yeah, that's true.
60 Blu-ray copies of Morbius, please.
Yeah, no thanks.
Don't worry, James. Venom 3 is coming. I've heard Venom 3 is coming. I've heard it's coming.
Yeah. It's the last one, apparently.
Oh, God. Sony, stop making me go to watch these movies. There's that Kraven the Hunter, Madame Web at the minute. 3 of them. Oh, and let's not forget, is it the L... can't remember it. The L... They're doing a Hispanic character, aren't they?
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah.
Who has only appeared in 2 issues of Marvel Comics ever. He's had 2 issues, and it's because Sony come out and said we really wanted to do the first Hispanic superhero. It's like, just do Spider-Man 2049. He's like in loads of comics. He's in a game. Yeah. He's Hispanic. He's what they've literally picked a character who pops up for like 5 pages in a comic book, and they're making a movie on.
Yeah, they seem to be making the worst choices.
They really do.
Yeah, I wonder who the consultant and the creative consultant team on those films are, and how much weed they're smoking.
The funniest thing is that because everyone started memeing Morbius a few months after it came out, they thought people randomly started to like it, and they put it back in cinema.
Yeah, and it didn't make it. Made I think it was like $50,000 more or something. Like it was terrible.
It was like Morbius flopped again. And then I saw like people just tweeting like, "Come on, guys, let's trick them again. Let's get it back in there a third time."
Yeah, the Venom films were quite successful at the box office, were they not?
Yeah. Do you know what? The first one I can understand because the trailers were interesting and it's Tom Hardy. But I don't know how people fell for it second time.
Yeah,
I can't. I sound very hypocritical. I went, but I go to see nearly everything.
Yeah.
But it's like the general audience. It's like, why did you go again? I don't get it.
I had friends who like were giving it 4 or 5 in their letterbox and stuff. Like, I was like tricked into watching it because I watched the first one. I rewatched the first one before getting that one on Blu-ray because I missed it in cinemas.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, the first one's like a 6 out of 10 film, like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think the first one's watchable compared to this and Morbius.
Yeah, I saw the second one and I was looking at my letterbox and like the people that I follow, some of them were given like 4.5 out of 5. And I was like, I watched it and I was like, it is a 2 at best.
I think I would. No, I don't want to look. I don't want to take up loads of time here. But I think like I've got Venom, the first Venom, on like a 2 or 2.5, and then Venom 2, I've got like a 1, and then Morbius is like half. Like they're just so bad. Them ones.
Yeah,
someone's put the character's name. Sorry, El Matrio. I can't even pronounce it, but that's the character. That really famous comic character.
Yeah, I think I've got Venom, the first one at a 3 stars, second one at 2, and then I think Morbius is 1 for me.
Yeah.
Which I think even that's a bit generous for Morbius.
I just honestly hate this Spider-Man Sony universe.
Yeah, me too. The post-credit scene at Morbius was like the real kick in the nuts because is it? I can't even remember, but is it not Michael Keaton's Vulture?
Yeah,
comes in and is like something. I think it's something to do with Spider-Man, and
it's such lazy writing. It's like, hey, I don't know why I'm here, but I've got a feeling it's something to do with Spider-Man. It's like, why? Why do you think it's Spider-Man? There was a giant purple light up in the sky. When you thought Spider-Man, was he throwing magic about? No.
Yeah, and in our cinema, when I went with my mates, because in the first post-credit scene, he's in prison, right? He comes in at prison. And in the second post-credit scene, he's randomly got the suit, is out of prison, and then my mate leaned over and said, how the fuck did he get the suit? And I was like, it's not explained at all.
The funniest bit was Morbius's reaction, where it's like, I think we should team up. What do you think? He's like, intriguing. It's like, who wrote this? It's, oh God, awful. Speaking of this, everyone, of course, is entitled to their opinion. I actually like Morbius.
Yeah, I've heard a few people defend it. Like, it's got its fans.
Yeah, well, fair enough to you, mate. Fair enough. Well, I'm pleased you enjoyed it. And that's the most I could say to that one. Hello, Mr. Playtendo guy. Good to have you here. Favorite British directors? Ooh,
Edgar Wright.
Oh yeah, that's a great pick. I'm probably gonna have to steal that one. I was thinking as well of Ron Howard. Edgar Wright.
Yes.
Ron Howard.
Yes.
Guy Ritchie would be up there for me.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie's great.
Trying to think. I feel like I'm missing some big ones here. I feel like I'm gonna
British directors.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. I want to do a Google because I don't really want to miss anyone here.
Fellows. One.
Go on. You. Sorry, I'm just. Oh, Alfred Hitchcock. He was British. I thought he was American for some reason.
Was Alfred Hitchcock British?
Don't know. He's come. Alfred Hitchcock. I swear he was American.
Maybe he's got like British ancestry or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Danny Boyle. He's fantastic.
Danny Boyle. Yes. Right. Yeah.
I did not know Alfred Hitchcock was British.
Well, hey, he was, someone said. Well, yeah, there we go. So Alfred Hitchcock, I would definitely say.
Yeah, born in London. There you go.
I think I'd go Alfred Hitchcock, then Edgar Wright, and Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, I'd go Edgar Wright, Danny Boyle, and you said Ron Howard. Yeah, I'll do that.
I see Danny Boyle and Ron Howard are like neck and neck, fourth place for me. They're also incredible directors.
I'd probably like Hitchcock more if I'd seen more of his stuff.
Yeah.
I've only seen Psycho and The Birds, and they're both like fantastic films. But that's all I've seen from him.
I mean, I think Psycho's my favourite, but Rear Window I've watched that movie because Mr. Alex Pitt very kindly gifted me that box set of his. So I've only really known Hitchcock's films for about a year, but in the year I've been into Hitchcock, I must have watched Rear Window like 7 or 8 times. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's on my list. Like, it looks really good.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of people talking about him in the comments, saying that he was from London, but he moved to America to make big budget movies. It's weird. I always thought he was American.
So did I.
Yeah, someone's put, isn't Ron Howard American? Maybe he is.
Let's have a good
getting everything wrong here. I don't know why. I just always assumed he was British because he done yesterday, didn't they? But
yeah, Ron Howard's American.
Okay, right. Bin Ron Howard off then. Forget about him. But yeah, no, that's very cool about Hitchcock. Did not know that.
Yeah, it's a good fact to know.
What TV do you guys have? I have an LG 48 C14LB. Well, I can't go into details. I have a 43-inch, I think it is, Sony 4K.
Yeah, I've got Panasonic. I can't go into details. I don't even know what size it is. It's up there. Hold on, there you go.
It's good enough.
Yeah, it gets the job done.
Yeah, I have plans to one day, when I can get all this out of my room or I move out or whatever, I want a big TV. I want a big boy TV. Although I've got a projector screen and a projector downstairs.
Yeah.
Which I sometimes say, I have actually a proper electric projector screen in my loft, but I'm saving that for when I get a bigger room, bigger house, whatever, all that jazz. But I do use my projector outside sometimes, and must be like, because of how far back I have it, it must be like 100-inch like screen. I end up getting out there, and it's amazing.
Well, it's rare I watch a film on that. I don't know if you saw my video, but I've got a projector. Like,
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah. And that's like where my collection and all that is.
Yeah.
I think that's 90-inch screen.
Yeah.
That's where all my movie watching gets done.
It's amazing. It's as close to the cinema as you're getting, like at home.
Yeah.
But it's funny, but last time I had some friends around in the garden, because we've got quite a nice setup in my garden now, so my house has become a bit of a go-to place on the weekend for some drinks. You know, just chill out there in the garden, put the fire on, put the heaters on, put the big TV on. We were playing the Switch on it the other day, and that was great.
Yeah.
Played some Mario Kart.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, superhero films are oversaturating the market at the moment. Yeah. Do you know what? I've always been a bit of a defender of it because I do really enjoy a lot of them, but I'm definitely losing some excitement for them, I must admit.
Yeah, as long as they're good, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, if obviously like Morbius and stuff like that, like they can get to fuck, but
yeah.
like as long as they're like Marvel keep doing bangers, you know, like as long as they're good.
I think the thing for me is there's so much of it now since COVID, because you've got the shows now as well for a lot of them, and even like the Batman, they're talking about a Penguin spin-off show and this and that and that, and it's like, I feel like before when it was just like 3 MCU films and like 1 or 2 DC films a year, I used to get more excited, whereas now it's like 4 MCU films, 3 DC films, 5 MCU shows, 2 DC shows, and it's like, it's just so much now. I just feel like there's not much breathing space between anything, because, like, you know, Miss Marvel's airing at the minute, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't been a big fan of it at all, but it's just like, I just couldn't care that it's coming out at the minute. I don't care about it.
I feel like it's very difficult to just be a casual Marvel fan now.
Yeah.
Because, like, series leads into a film that leads into a series. Like, it's getting a little bit confusing, even for like me who watches everything.
Well,
but I can't imagine how someone who didn't watch WandaVision felt in Doctor Strange.
Well, I had a friend, and I've seen a few other people say this online as well, who said they didn't enjoy Doctor Strange because basically he didn't do his homework. He didn't watch WandaVision. He didn't have a clue what was going on, and he sort of said like, "Oh, I feel like I'm going to be done with the MCU soon because I don't have time to watch all of the shows, and it just feels like I need to do homework to actually be able to watch these movies now."
Pretty much.
But anyway, Top Gun Maverick is the first Paramount film to cross $1 billion since 2014. I can't even remember what their last one would have been. Transformers, I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Age of Extinction, sure. I think.
Yeah, that crossed $1 billion, yeah.
Yeah, I know people like those ones.
Yeah. I've actually not seen any except for the first Transformers film.
No.
I've seen the first one, and I think I've seen bits of the other one scattered on television whenever they've been on.
Yeah.
But I've seen the first one. The first one's not bad.
I like the first Transformers, and I kind of have a soft spot for this third one. When I get to Chicago and they do the big battle, it's quite fun. 2 is pretty terrible, but there was the writer's strike, so I give that one a little bit of a pass.
Yeah.
4 was a mess, and 5 was diabolical.
Are they all Michael Bay films? Like, does he direct all 5 of them?
There's all 5. He didn't do the Bumblebee one. Had nothing to do with that, which is why that one probably got quite good again.
Yeah.
Or got watchable.
Yeah.
I can guarantee Minions 2 will be better than Elvis.
Elvis was a 4.5 out of 5 on my Letterboxd. I really enjoyed Elvis.
I'm really excited to see the Elvis one, I've got to say. I'm really excited to see it.
I doubt Minions 2 will get a 4.5 or higher for me.
No, but I am looking forward to seeing Minions, I must admit. But I got to admit, on prediction, I think I'll prefer Elvis.
Yeah.
I watched Drive for the first time last night. Absolutely incredible film. It is. Did you get the box set one then? There, because I know they've just brought out some humongous set, and I'd love to get it, but the price tag on it's huge, and it just looks like you get 2 big books for it.
Yeah. Drive was a good film. I actually saw Mr. Loopy in the comments section of the stream. He was the one that showed me Drive for the first time. So.
Oh really? Oh nice. Yeah. I picked up. It's over here. I picked up this special collector's edition copy of Drive a while back.
That's exactly the same one I've got.
Yeah. I wanted to get it with Slip, so I heard it was good. I was like, I want to get that in the collection. So Drive's good. Although I wouldn't mind getting the standard 4K, but I won't be buying that box set because the price tag for 2 big books, in my opinion, was a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's canon that Minions gravitate toward evil personalities. So who were they loyal to between 1939 and 1945? That's a bloody good question.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh dear, gotta love a bit of Minions, didn't you?
Yeah.
The Minions are better side characters than the first 2 Despicable Me films, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I think that, you never know. The new Minions film might be brilliant. I mean, it probably won't be, but you never know. I think they work better as side characters, definitely. But they make so much money.
Yep, definitely. You just slap a Minion in a film and it gets hundreds of millions of dollars.
This is the way Illumination's looking at it. Again, right, Despicable Me's, they make about 500-600. The first Minions made $1 billion though.
Did it make $1 billion?
I think it did. I think it just crossed over $1 billion. So,
to be fair, I saw it in cinema, so I contributed to that billion.
I actually didn't see the first Minions, but in cinema. But people love Minions. It's obviously we're kind of film critics here on YouTube, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So we look at it differently, but kids love them, and that's who they're for.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Have you tried the new PS Plus service, James? I haven't yet, but I have been meaning to. Apologies, people. Got another user back here and he's blocked at the bottom.
Yeah, you need to get moderators, mate.
Yeah, I know. I was meant to do it and I forgot. The bots love you tonight, James. They do. Excited for Creed 3 this year. Looking forward to seeing Michael B. Jordan as the director. I didn't even know that was coming out this year.
Yeah, end of this year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I heard Sylvester Stallone's not in this one.
I've heard that.
He wants to do a. He says he wants to do a Rocky 7.
Yeah, I really hope that doesn't happen. I thought the last one was a really good ending for him. Or the last Balboa film. I like him as the mentor.
Yeah, even in Creed 2, it's a nice ending for his character because he goes off with his son at the end of that film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Creed 3, especially seeing what Michael B. Jordan can do as a director because that's intriguing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it will be interesting to see one of these films without Rocky because I'm sure he'll still get referenced a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Alex says Wonder Woman 1984 is weird. It's not. It's just not.
Yeah, I'll need to, because I quite like going into films where I know there's such a polarizing opinion on it. So I'll be interested to check this one out.
It's shit. Would you rather have Sam Raimi or John Watts direct Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4? Also, love your channels. Thank you, mate. That's a really hard question.
I think I'd say Sam Raimi just because I think he might capture nostalgia better for me. Just knowing that Sam Raimi's behind it, that would be pretty nice. But John Watts is an incredible director.
I was going to say, I tried to defend John Watts because I know it's people like to give him a lot of shit. But I'm going to say Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't think he'd done the best job with Doctor Strange, I'm still going to say Sam Raimi because I feel like you get a bit more personality bleed through his directing style than John Watts. And I
actually thought he'd done a good job with Doctor Strange too.
I like it. I wanted to like it more, I think.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Have you seen Red Heat starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jim Belushi? I'm guessing John Belushi, was that meant to be? Jim Belushi?
Yeah, I'm assuming John Belushi.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
No, neither have I. I haven't even heard of it.
I haven't either.
I'll recommend a really underrated Arnold Schwarzenegger film. Have you ever seen Cactus Jack?
I haven't. I haven't even heard of it.
It's his first film.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's a Western starring him and Kirk Douglas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's like Looney Tunes brought to life. It's an absolutely crazy film. And Schwarzenegger's performance is absolutely laughably bad in it. Because he's playing like he's meant to be this American cowboy, but he's got the most thickest Austrian accent ever throughout the full thing. I think it's a fun film.
Sounds like a bit of me, that does. I'll have to check that one out at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, this is an interesting one. This one's definitely going to be a bit more for me here. Bit off topic, did you see McCartney's performance in Glastonbury? I didn't watch it live because I was out, unfortunately. I really wanted to, but I watched it the following morning and I thought it was bloody great. I thought it was awesome. Yeah,
I saw bits of it. I saw when this man came out.
Bruce Springsteen, yeah. I mean, to me, it's just amazing. The man's turned 80 and he's still putting on arguably some of the best concerts you'll see about today. I think it's amazing. I know he's got a little bit croaky now, and I know that like a lot of people are very quick to point that out, but I don't get. For me, I say this about everyone because I watched the Diamond Jubilee concert and poor old Rod Stewart come out and he was croaky as well. I'm not a big Rod Stewart fan, but the way I look at it is he's still singing for his fans. I'd rather, like I can relate to McCartney because I'm a fan. I'd rather him keep singing and keep giving people the songs instead of just retiring and vanishing. So it's like,
that's because I'm a big Springsteen fan. So that's the same as Springsteen. He's 74, 75 now, and he's announced a world tour. Like, still crazy for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's better, because there's a lot of artists that I do get very upset about. Like, I've always been a big Kate Bush fan, who's obviously blown up again recently.
Yeah.
She hasn't put an album out in like 10, 15 years, and she done that one comeback tour, and she's vanished again. It's like, why has she gone away? She's still, why is she not doing stuff still? So I'm just pleased he's still going, and I think he's doing great for his age.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll support Sony just for their Into the Spider-Verse films. Yep, I'm there with that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I'm just gonna skip over a few here because we've only got 10 minutes left. By the way, guys, we sort of just caught up to where everyone was talking about, where British directors, American directors, Ron Howard, blah 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 blah, all about Hitchcock's. Here we go. You can book out a cinema screen, take your game console. Yeah, I was tempted to do this for my birthday last year. I think it's like £150. You get a cinema screen for I think it's 4 hours, but you can play games on it.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah, I was thinking about doing it for my last birthday and taking like Star Wars Battlefront into the cinema screen playing that.
Oh yeah, that would be neat.
But yeah, maybe one day. It's very cool that they let you do that.
Yeah.
My favourite British directors are Ridley and Tony Scott. Yeah, great picks.
Good choices. I'm not a massive Ridley Scott fan, I have to say, but no. I can appreciate him.
Yeah, the thing I know Ridley Scott's got a few classics under his belt. You know, the first Alien film to me is still just brilliant, along with the sequel. But obviously he didn't do that. But he's also got a few duds. He really does.
Yeah.
I think Counselor. I was really excited to watch that, and that was terrible.
What one did you say? Sorry.
The Counselor, I think it was called. It came out like, I don't want to say actually.
I think I know the film you're talking about.
Yeah, it's got Javier Bardem in. I think Cameron Diaz was in it. I think it was one of her last films.
Yeah, I know the film you're talking about. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I remember being quite excited for that, and that was dog shit. But I keep hearing that he's going to do a Gladiator 2.
Yeah, he's talking about that, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not going to lie.
Time travel, mate. That's what they got to do. They got to bring Russell Crowe into present day. They got to just run with it. Because it doesn't make sense to do a second one, so they got to make it not make sense.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Black Rain with Michael Douglas?
I haven't.
That's a really underrated Ridley Scott film.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll have to check that one out.
I'd recommend that.
I really like Phase 4, but it's not as good as Phase 3, and parts of me wonders if they're prioritizing quantity over quality. I think they are prioritizing quantity over quality myself. But
yeah. I feel like Phase 4 has been, I wouldn't say it's the weakest phase, but in terms of comparing it to Phase 3, it's a lot lower down for me.
I don't want to say that the quality's been bad, because it hasn't. I've enjoyed, I want to say 2/3, 3/4. I've enjoyed most of Phase 4. I really have. There's been some great stuff in there. WandaVision and Far From Home have been excellent, and Moon Knight was pretty damn good as well. But I think quantity is there is too much coming out too quick for me personally.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. WandaVision is probably my favorite thing. And Spider-Man, obviously, but them two are my two favorite things to come out of this phase.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The only other Paramount billion-dollar films in Titanic, Transformers 3 and 4. Yeah, Transformers. Not surprised.
Yeah.
And hello, Magpie. Hello, mate. Good to have you here. So I'm watching Men tonight. Hope it's good. Yeah, I missed Men at the cinema.
Me too, and I've heard it is fucked up.
I've heard really mixed things about Men. I've heard some people coming out going, it was amazing. And I've seen some people coming out saying they were really disappointed by it. So,
yeah. I've heard the exact same.
Yeah, I'm very curious to watch it. Again, I'm sure I'll see it before the year's up, so I can put it on my 2022 list.
Yeah.
And guys, 5 minutes just as a heads up to people. So yeah, I'll skip about in the comments here, but I will pull this one up. Drive is a great film. They market it as a Fast and Furious film. And it definitely isn't. Yeah, even the cover and stuff, like on the Blu-ray that we've got and stuff, doesn't really look like it. The film you'd get would be in there.
Yeah, I'm sure when I watched it with my mate Loopy, he told me they market it as a kind like the trailer even looked Fast and Furious like esque.
Yeah.
When it's not that at all.
No. It's a weird one why they decided to market it that way, but hey ho.
Yeah.
Most disturbing films you've seen?
Ooh, that's a difficult question.
Yeah.
I need to look at the collection.
There's a particular scene in the movie. The film itself isn't disturbing, but there's a scene which it's a film called Bone Tomahawk from 2015, I want to say, starring Mr. Kurt Russell. There's a particular scene. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
So it's a cowboy Indian movie. That the Indians are like just ruthless, brutal. And there's a scene involving them turning one man upside down and an axe. And I will say it is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. And while I love the movie's great. That one scene, it was just horrifying to me, like how realistic it looked and how brutal it was. And I was like, that's going to stay with me for a while.
Again, I'm normally okay with these types of films. Like, I'm going to talk about the Saw movies. I'm normally okay with that because I know it's like all fake. Saw 3. I don't know if have you seen the Saw films?
Do you know what? I've seen one of them, and I'm usually pretty good with going out there and watching films that I've never seen before, like these classics and stuff, going back to them. I refuse to watch Saw because it's like the one thing I just absolutely will not watch. Because I saw 3 or 4 on a plane with my mate. I saw like a jaw trap and stuff, and I was like, there's like no plot to it. It's just a guy going through all these traps. And I'm like, no, I'm not watching this. It's horrible. No, not about that.
There's a scene in Saw 3 where you literally see brain surgery just being done, and it is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say that specific scene is the most disturbing scene I've ever watched.
Yeah, I'm just really not about the Saw films. And I know people keep telling me the first one at least is really good and it's worth checking out, but it just really doesn't appeal to me, the Saw films.
Yeah.
They really don't appeal to me.
The first 3, I'd actually say, are pretty good. It's like a great trilogy, and then other ones that they just get so stupid.
But
I enjoy the first 3, especially 1 and 2.
Yeah, I do take people's word for it. It's just one franchise which is just like, no, I just don't want to get into it. I will literally sit there and watch anything else, to be honest. I will give every other franchise a go, but Saw is just the one for me where I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'd just rather whack Star Wars or Marvel, and to be honest, and have a good time with that. But anyway, I feel we'll wrap things up there because it is 9 o'clock. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, mate. It's gone so quick, and it's been an absolute blast.
No worries. Thanks for having me on. Hopefully we can do it again soon.
Oh, 100%, mate. As I say, the offer, they're always open for you to come back, mate.
Yeah, I need to have you on my channel soon because I'm starting to get back into live streaming on my channel.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Sorry, just internet went a bit fuzzy there. But that's great. Yeah, I'll happily come on, mate. That would be amazing.
Cool.
Just let me know when, and I'll be there.
Okay. We'll definitely get that arranged.
100%. Well, that sounds awesome, and thank you to everyone else who's come by. It's actually been quite a good turnout tonight. I had quite a few people here, a lot of great comments. So, yeah, thank you very much to everyone, and I'll be back at some point with another one of these live streams. All right, I'll see everyone later.
See you later, everyone.